And we're live. Welcome to Silly Bones. I'm Jerome, and this is.
L. Oh my god, I'm so awkward. Sorry.
It's fine. We're allowed the awkwardness. It's the first one. It's our
Okay.
first one.
Okay. Yes. True
Yeah,
that.
first podcast. Whew, no pressure at all.
How do you say silly bones in French?
Silly Bones. I don't know, like, oh my goodness. I'm being. I'm not a real I have to be honest. I'm not a real French person. Actually, I've been pretending all along. I'm not. I'm
Damn
not a
it.
real French. Not yet. But
Did
I
they
don't know.
find out?
Like, I think you could translate it in a way, but it doesn't sound funny.
Mm-hmm. Is it too proper?
Maybe but it would be like maybe silly bones would be like os marrant, but it just doesn't ring the same.
Ah,
Just French
okay, okay.
is not a fun language. It's a beautiful language, but it's not fun.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
stick
yeah.
with the English one.
We'll stick with the English one. Okay, okay, okay. So we gotta talk about something, obviously, for the audience. Like the
Or
audience of 0
mhm.
listeners, most probably.
Or for a so.
Yeah, exactly. Where are the
Yeah.
audience?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Jerome. I'm just waving at future Jerome who's gonna listen to that. I'm just saying hi
Yeah.
to
I'm gonna
future
wave
us.
to my future self. Did you know that I lull myself sometimes? No, I don't do that on purpose, but like I
You
listen to
lol.
my I lull, yeah, I listen to my recordings or something like that, and
Oh,
then I
okay.
fall asleep.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
you do have a good voice for that. You should. We were talking about things to do because obviously, like, we started the podcast because we want to do stuff and find
Mm-hmm.
opportunities. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
like, what if you did stories for kids, like read stories for kids or for
Yeah.
grown-ups? I'm sure there's a market for grown-ups who need to be lulled to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. It sounds a little bit like I don't know. I've never done
It's,
that, but
it seems you can make a lot of money doing that type of stuff. It sounds weird enough, such that you can actually find a niche
mm-hmm.
and be paid 10K the recording.
Who knows? But we will see.
You gotta reach 40 years old guy out there
Huh?
looking for his lulling princess or
Don't
whatever.
make it weird. That's not weird.
I'm sorry. Weird is
I,
where the, like, when you can't afford innovation and disruption, weird is the
mm,
only way forward. I'm kidding, of course. Okay.
of, well, I am weird, but so it's not like a definite no. But we will see.
It's not definite, but it's
Yeah.
kind of interesting. Like, either you're disruptive, like Mark Zuckerberg and all these people, or you find the weirdest niche ever with the weirdest stuff, and the people bored enough to buy it. Either bored or weird
Like,
enough themselves.
what if they're weird but they can't find it? So it's just I don't know, but of
Mhm.
course I will take that into consideration. Who knows?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They never talked to us about the weird options back in high school. There was like, you want to become an engineer, you want to do this, you want to do
No.
that. What about ASMR?
What about taxes? I don't know. What about I don't know. Foot
Taxes?
foot feet pics?
No, that's not weird anymore.
Is
That's
it
normal
not
stuff.
weird anymore? Yeah, like probably because there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
I
you gotta find the new niche. And I think the lulling, and to be honest, here's the thing with the lulling.
mm,
Like, it's like a very respectable thing. Like, you never, like, it's weird because in a sense that it's very intimate, in a sense that, oh, it's associated with motherly things, and as grown-ups,
motherly. Oh, because you read it. Oh, like you. Okay, okay, yeah, that makes
yeah,
sense.
like, it's associated with that type of stuff. So obviously, like, it's sensitive. Like, it feels weird as an adult to want those type of things, but why should it be a bad thing? Like, you just need to sleep. You need the comfort and the warmth of a motherly voice
Do I have
full
a
of.
motherly voice?
I don't
Damn.
know. I don't. Well, I meant in the sense that if you lull, like if you talk very and like you'll try to.
Well, uh-huh.
That's kind
Yeah,
of like a
okay.
parent type of thing.
I always thought that whenever I have friends who fall asleep while I'm talking about like a story,
Hmm.
I feel like it's because I talk too much. So that could be it. I don't know.
You talk too much through the lulling voice. I mean, it's just that if you didn't talk enough, it wouldn't
Yeah.
work. Like if you just were very succinct and you like it's
Yeah.
the background noise that
Mm-hmm. Oh my
gets them.
god. From lulling to background noise. But that's
Like,
okay. I take that as a win.
listen, if you can make money out of it, imagine if we start. Oh, maybe that could be like a entrepreneurship idea, like an application, the only fan for non like for lulling, and it would be
Huh?
a bunch of people
Oh,
telling stories to help grown-ups fall asleep.
sleep. Well, I think you could, it's like an audiobook type of thing, huh?
Yeah,
Sort of.
people
But,
fall asleep watching YouTube, like podcasts and stuff like that. So
mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be
So,
surprising.
yeah. Okay, okay. Duly
Damn.
noted.
See, we found something to talk about. 6 minutes in. Cool.
Well, we always find something to talk about. We just have to make it a bit, I don't know, like, I don't know. Are we just gonna talk about random things? I mean, we
Not
can.
necessarily. I mean, we can we can also prepare, but I think it's not that random. Like, it's an interesting conversation. Like, in a sense
Okay.
that we're starting out. Okay,
Mm.
guys, don't judge us. We're starting out, and we
Yeah.
just. And I think it's a reasonable topic. I mean, so far it was smooth. Like,
Huh.
I don't know. What do
I
you
don't
want to
know.
talk about?
Well,
Do you have a topic in mind?
I don't have a topic in mind. I already said stuffs earlier to you on the
Okay.
call.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I see how it is. I see how it is. No, I'm kidding.
What? No, I was,
I'm joking.
yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking. This
We
is
can't
this.
vent here. I mean, I can't vent here. I mean, I would, but that would be, I don't know. So, yeah.
As long as we get like I think I read about it. Like you can vent as long as the audience gets something out of this. Like in the sense that we get a lesson, something practical for the audience, and
I
we
don't
can.
think they're going to get anything from what I just, like, the venting that I do.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
I mean, there's probably a
Tell me more.
takeaway. No, I don't want to
Tell me.
spill. I don't want to jinx it. I mean, yeah,
Oh.
I don't want to jinx it.
The fear of jinxing things. I see. Very
Yeah.
potent. Okay.
I feel like I already jinxed it, but I don't know.
No, no, it's fine. Like, did we? Okay, in the comments below, I'm gonna start a poll in whatever type of, whatever platform we're on. In the comments
Yeah.
below, you can
Well,
tell us whether or not we're doing good.
we're
And
doing
yeah,
good about what?
like if we're not jinxing it, I don't think we are. I don't think our imaginary audience thinks that we are jinxing it.
Okay.
I think they
Okay.
find us extremely niche
No,
and
no,
thoughtful, and
I was
they
talking
appreciate
about.
our voice. Yeah.
I was talking about if I vented here, if I talked about the stuff. So if, I don't want to jinx the,
The
you know what I
energy.
mean? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
Okay, we'll
Do
find
you
the balance. Yeah.
do you want to talk about something?
I mean, yeah, obviously, I'm not gonna talk about aliens. Obviously, listen, I talk to about aliens way too much. I'm starting to feel like I'm getting that place,
Uh-huh.
getting close
Be
to my 30s, and with my current social economics, me getting
mm.
into fringe stuff as intensely as I am, it's not a good
Uh-huh.
thing. Soon I'll be
Okay.
wearing tinfoil hat and living in the
It's
woods.
it's not a definite no. Like you have to be open. We might talk about aliens, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna put a heads up there. Who
I'm gonna talk,
knows?
you know, talking about aliens. Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get there. We'll get to that place. We'll get
Yes.
to it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So in preparation for this podcast, I was kind of like browsing Reddit, and there's this subreddit. Maybe I don't, you might be familiar with it. It's Am I the A-hole?
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
familiar with that.
yeah.
I think a
So
lot
the
of people are familiar with that.
it's the best part out of Reddit. Basically, the only one that is actually decent
And
and has value.
active.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so basically, I was looking at a bunch of stories. So it's the
Mm-hmm.
typical type of sometimes very sad and ridiculous because it's so
Okay.
excessive sometimes, and
Excessive?
like it's like someone going through like the most ridiculous type of uh abuse, or like something that's
Oh,
clearly they're not the AO, but they're being gaslighted to such a degree that it's
uh-huh.
yeah, it's pretty insane. But one thing that I've
Okay.
noticed that I find
Mm-hmm.
was kind of interesting is the fact that so they will tell the story of whatever it is, a member
Uh-huh.
of the family or their entourage doing something pretty
Okay.
toxic and then being victim of that toxicity.
Yeah.
And then the original poster who's telling the story will tell how they stood up for themselves and how it created a lot of drama, and how you really get to see your true friends and your family, like
Mm-hmm.
friends family, like telling you to calm down, to forgive the other person, to like settle down, to keep the peace. So it's
Okay.
kind of like I see this tendency of not liking conflict, and always like no matter what happens,
Mm-hmm.
like the social group wants to
Uh-huh.
keep the peace. Like like most families, they want to keep the peace. They're not interested in justice and truth and making sure that things are healthy
Yeah.
and balanced. It's just all about keeping the peace and the appearance. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of social interactions, especially in families, is just about that. And I've found that so yikes, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it I understand what you're saying, because for me, I come from a like a traditionally close knit family. You know, Asians, like you have to be like, you know, your aunts, your uncles and all that stuff. And like you said that you try to avoid conflict at all costs, because I think it's easier that way for all the parties to not, I guess, bring justice to whatever it is and be like, oh, just be the bigger person, blah blah blah. But um for me, if it's too much, like, you should cut ties. Like, if it's hurting you mentally, or physically, mentally, emotionally, I don't think it's worth it to try and be the bigger person. So
Well, that's for sure. We've been conditioned, though, to find this answer unreasonable and
the
toxic.
mhm.
Like the fact that, oh, you cutting people off, despite the
You're
fact that it's most
mhm.
probably the best solution when you're confronted to extremely toxic
Mhm.
behavior. It's much better to
Mhm.
cut people off.
I would always remember my dad saying, blood is thicker than water. But do you know, like, the whole uh quote for that? Like, the quote, there's like another one after that, which
Hmm.
I think it's like, blood is thicker than water, but the blood of the, see, I don't even remember, but something that doesn't. Are you familiar with that? Shit.
It's meant. Is it meant in the sense that family links are super strong and thing like that?
It's like, you should, I don't know, like, prioritize family,
Yeah.
but the thing is, it no, no, no,
Yeah, no, I mean,
the
I guess what you,
full,
okay, I understand what he
yeah,
meant by that, which I
uh-huh,
think I like. I don't necessarily like this mindset. I think
mm-hmm,
I understand why from us, like in throughout the story, like you have to rely on your family. Like it's super important. Family is very important, and obviously there's a very special circumstances that make us
mm-hmm,
family, like same blood, same mother.
yeah,
Like this is very special experience, but I don't know, like to close your eyes or to have to swallow so much bad stuff just because of blood
Mm-hmm.
or family. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I did find
Okay.
the full quote that I was talking about. It's like the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So the meaning of the quote is actually reversed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah,
Okay,
you're
that's
right.
interesting. Yeah, yeah. I like this quote.
I do like it too. I was like thinking if my dad was gonna pull that quote again, I'm gonna say, actually, that's not how it goes. And but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, that's such a reversal. Cause
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's actually the contrary to what you. Yeah. Okay, but that's true. That's true. The blood of
Mm-hmm.
the covenant is much more
Covenant.
powerful.
Don't be creepy. Oh, did I tell you? Okay, did I tell you that I watched a horror film yesterday? So don't be creepy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Damn, that was not a smart thing to do. But yeah,
Which
don't
one did
do.
you watch?
It's like a local horror film. Like
Oh,
it's a Filipino horror film. Oh my god.
oh.
I mean, it wasn't that scary because at parts it was kind of funny. But I don't know, like sometimes when I watch these horror films, like it just sticks on my head
Mm,
and like I imagine, oh my god, what if the demon is standing in the that's why most of the lights at the house right now is on. Like I don't want to turn it off. Like I don't want to be
yeah,
not taking my chances, y'all. But
yeah.
so don't do that whisper thingy.
Hmm.
I mean, not at least not today, okay? Like
Okay,
wait
I'll keep it.
for
Yeah.
mhm
Okay, noted, noted, noted. I gotta be extra careful around.
around yeah.
Okay, but no, that's a good quote. I actually like it. I don't
Mhm.
know where does it come from? Like the blood of a
It's like
covenant.
a
Like,
proverb or something.
mm-hmm. Sounds like a weird thing. The blood of the covenants.
It sounds like something a vampire would say.
Mm,
I don't
some
know.
kind of cultist stuff. But anyways,
Mhm.
yeah. But that's the thing. Like, is the even though family special circumstances, obviously very special bond between everyone involved.
Mhm.
Like at the end of the day, like if you don't have a relationship, like this, that's the thing. Like you're supposed to love your parents, love your brothers, sisters, etc., siblings. But if you
Mhm.
don't have a relationship with them, if there's no affinity, if there's no,
Value
yeah,
whatsoever.
and it's so weird.
Yeah, I think it's because we're all conditioned to be like, oh, we put your family first. You have
Mm,
to do everything to keep the family together, blah blah blah, whatever. It reminded me of that. I Have you ever seen those like videos where they take kind of sides like do you agree, do you disagree? Have you seen those
yeah,
videos?
yeah, yeah.
I saw this like video about that, but it's like the person who shares her story or his story, they don't share it entirely. Like they say a situation, and then I think 6 or 8 people or whatever take sides. Like, do you agree or do you disagree? And the situation for that person was that her mom was abusive, and they had a weird relationship, and I think her mom is on what do you call that when she's gonna die in a couple of months? I forgot like the term for that.
Palliative care.
Something like that. I forgot what her condition was, but she was gonna die in like a couple of months or something like that.
Okay, terminal something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was terminal, yeah. And then these people are like, oh, disagree or agree, and then they explain why. Um I think at the end of that video, they all kind of like because at first it was a bit more variety. Like there are people who says they agree, there are people who says that they disagree, and then at the end, because it was quite fucked up. Like it was like her situation was like, oh, should I apologize to my mom? Because there was like a
A food.
yeah, something like that. Like 'cause she was abused, and then there are people who said that um, I I agree that you should apologize to your mom because you don't want to live the regret of not saying whatever before she passes. And then at the end of the video, well, not the end of the video, but like the final situation that she shared was apparently she was well, they were part of a cult thingy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where the abuse started. She was young. She was abused by like the head of the cult or something, like physically and I think sexually abused as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody was like, "Ah, nah," and then they kind of like disagreed.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what the hell, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just kind of remember that with the whole situation, or the whole topic, or the topic that we've started talking about. Because yeah, she's her mom. It's family, but there's a there's still a boundary there, you know?
Like obviously, like it's just
Mm-hmm.
especially like when it's something as like like serious and
Mm-hmm.
this,
Yeah.
yeah, something like that. It's like you fail your responsibility as a parent, basically.
Mm-hmm. So I guess there are cases that you can be the bigger person,
Mm-hmm.
and there are cases where it's just nah, just choose yourself, choose your peace over
Yeah,
all of that. So yeah.
it's very tempting to get like the quick reconciliation,
Mm-hmm.
like, and even if you get that quote unquote peace, it's like even if you were to apologize, like if she was to, I don't know if it was a he or she, like I guess a she.
Uh-huh.
She was to
Yeah.
apologize to her mom to like diffuse the situation, so like they would like reconcile at
Mm-hmm.
the end. I think at
Uh-huh.
the end of the day, she would still have to later down the road deal with the fact that her mom
Mm-hmm.
like never acknowledge something as horrible, never took, because there's something about like when
Yeah.
somebody not does not acknowledge your pain, does not like
Yeah.
apologizes for it, does not
Mm-hmm.
like, you have to like, okay, you have to take it on yourself. You apologize to
Mm-hmm.
your mom, you made her feel good,
Yeah.
and then now you're on your own and you have to deal with this unresolved,
Trauma.
unacknowledged trauma.
Yeah.
So like you get like
Mm-hmm.
um the short quote unquote good feel of reconciliation, but you trade it
Mm-hmm.
for something that's gonna bite you later down the road.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I think at the end of that situation didn't she didn't like apologize or something like that, because
Hmm.
her mom has to be accountable. It doesn't, like, after all those years that she did, and that's her daughter, like,
Hmm.
damn. So yeah, that was an interesting case, actually. I
Yeah.
remember it, but
and,
yeah.
and and I would imagine like you're on your deathbed,
Mm.
and I'm like, you get like just like being able to say things and just accepting things, like there's nothing else to gain or lose. I mean, there's the ego stuff and there's you having to deal with what you've done and what you've not done, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, even that, like it's, yeah, should not encourage that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Should not encourage an easy way out in a way, because there needs to be at least a middle ground. There needs at least
Yeah.
to be acknowledgement. But yeah, no, that's an interesting
Mm-hmm.
thing. But yeah, it's interesting how people instinctively they want the like, yeah, you gotta bend
Uh-huh.
over and you have to, well, not bend over, but
Like
like you have to,
adjust, like
yeah,
have
just,
to.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yes, have you ever had like a situation where you had to, like, for family, like, ah, okay, I guess, like, I'll.
I've had situations like that for sure, where I think in general I would tend to, not that I was free of any guilt or whatever, but I would be okay taking the wall
Mm-hmm.
of the wall of the thing to kind of move forward and to, but I don't
Uh-huh.
think it's a good thing, because like, yeah, like you take the wall thing, like you try to ask for forget, like it's in the sense that you want to take the whole responsibility, you're willing to take it all, so
Uh-huh.
you can move forward, and we can forget that, and we can like
Mm-hmm.
get more into constructive and positive stuff. But it's not a good thing, because you start also like dismissing the way that you feel and all the stuff that was done to you,
Mm-hmm.
etc., etc., and
Yeah.
it will come back,
Yeah,
because
it
the other
will.
person has not done the work on the stuff
Mm-hmm.
that they need to do the work, and you're gonna feel frustrated because you keep putting yourself in a situation
Mm-hmm.
where you yeah where you still not acknowledge, and you feel frustrated,
Mm-hmm.
and the problem does not get resolved.
That's true.
Hmm.
Like, it's a quick fix, but
Yeah.
it's not that effective.
So remember, kids, never apologize.
What?
Never.
That's the
Never.
takeaway? Don't say sorry. That should not be
Exactly.
part of
It's
your
for the weak.
vocabulary. If
So
if you did something, just don't give a shit. No, that's not the takeaway. It's supposed to be establish boundaries. There you go.
mhm. And yeah, it's gonna take time, it's gonna take work, but it's better
Mm-hmm.
than the quick fix. The quick fix is never gonna appeasing people is never gonna do it. It's never gonna cut it.
Mm-hmm. It's like if you just let them get away, but like if you just let that behavior, like you don't say something about it, they're just gonna do it to another person,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not gonna learn, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So
you're gonna
I
feel
don't.
miserable, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's not a smart thing to do. They should be accountable.
Accountability is a good thing.
Yeah.
And it's a good learning experience, and it's just and yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say, listen.
Am I didn't say no. I didn't use that word so far, or did I?
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I'm healed.
Hmm. Wow. Okay. Okay. Good for
I'm
you.
beyond it. Yeah, I don't need no more of that.
You don't want them to listen? I'm kidding.
Uh, no. Okay, that's a good thing actually that I didn't say that. I'm proud of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finally
Good job.
correcting that bad habit that I got from someone. That was not my fault. That's someone else who gave it to me.
Wow. We're gonna
You know.
blame. I'm kidding. Yeah. I mean, you're doing pretty well.
Okay, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Good job.
Yeah. Okay, so we went down a very deep road of
We did. Damn.
yeah,
I didn't
from the
see that
lulling to
coming.
the deathbed reconciliation. Damn.
Well, because you said something about like the Reddit thingy, and I
Yeah,
didn't
no,
just
makes sense.
remember that. But it's a good. I think it's good to talk about stuff like that to
Hmm.
bring awareness. And it
Exactly.
doesn't sound very silly, but it's real. So,
Exactly.
mm-hmm.
We're not clowns, okay? We're not here to clown. We're serious people. This
Are we?
podcast is a serious business, okay? We intend to
Okay.
develop a great following, to get millions of listeners, to get big sponsorships.
Damn.
Like, so we need to, like, we need to get on the
Let's get
topics that
down
will get
to
people
the
moved.
business. Uh huh.
Exactly. We need to create the emotionals, like the
Huh.
emotional
Okay.
impact. We need to,
I see. I see.
yeah,
I agree. We have to spread awareness on these things.
exactly. There's nothing as more delicious than human struggle, drama, emotions. Who wants to
Delicious? Dang. Okay.
delicious? People like it. People they like all that stuff. But
What were
I
you gonna
understand
say?
why. Like,
Sorry,
what?
because I cut you off when I said delicious, and then you were gonna say something.
Yeah, in the sense that like we all have a tendency to like it. Like in the sense that there's something about it, like to a certain extent, obviously. Like there's people who are
Mm-mm.
really into it, and it's kind of unhealthy. But I mean, it's
Mm.
always like fascinating. There's something to learn. There's something to, you know. So
I think it's just human behavior,
yeah,
and it happens. So I think that's what makes it interesting.
exactly.
Mhm.
Okay.
So yes,
Wow.
to
Yeah.
to my future self listening to this while she's trying to sleep.
Oh, the podcast. We should have called the Lulling
Well,
the
it's
Lulling
not.
podcast. It's gonna be
Are
like we would
we
like do very like we should do it. Okay, we're gonna do another podcast then.
an
Like we have the silly
episode?
bones.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, we could have like the this one, the silly bones, and it's all about
Okay.
like talking about various stuff. And then we could have the Lulling podcast and just like talking
Mm-hmm.
very smooth and soft about nonsensical
Like
stuff.
just the ASMR, like just
Yeah,
smooth, slow, chill.
exactly. And then
Don't
it's a
whisper. I'm kidding.
okay, and it should
Yeah,
be
go ahead.
about like like to help people sleep. Like they just start an episode and they just fall asleep.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna practice my therapeutic voice.
Yeah, that was that. Like we're opening up the business that we're franchising on different fronts, so creating a
Uh-huh.
media empire
Wow.
in the
But
lulling
yes,
business.
in the
Yeah,
lulling business. So we will see if that happens, and we will tell everybody if it does, because
exactly.
we like telling people shit.
Yeah, I'll have a few of my friends. I'll have my girlfriend. I'll have a few of my friends listen to this podcast, and they will have to watch. Listen, if you made it there, okay, I'll use the listen. If you made it there, that's a good thing. Okay, we need to make sure they listen to the end
Mm-hmm.
of it for retention, because YouTube is very tracks
Okay.
the viewer retention. So we need to make sure they
Okay.
actually do watch till the end. So
Okay.
if you have
Okay.
friends, they have to watch till the end. And thank you, friends, for
Mm-hmm.
listening till the end.
I will force them. I'll be there. Like, oh, you still have 5 minutes. So yes, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was not that bad. First episode
Not that
in.
bad.
Okay.
Too
Well,
random, but
it's fine. It's fine. Worst case scenario, we'll
Right.
archive it.
Yeah.
We'll put it in private. Sorry, guys. It's just it is what it is.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, next
It be
one's gonna
like
be
that.
better. Next
It
one will
will
be
be.
better.
It will be.
Okay, actually, I don't know how to end that thing.
I don't
I
know,
know how
maybe
to.
we just like wrap it up and like, okay, so that's all.
Yeah, I guess that's all. See
I
you
guess
next
that's
time.
all. Like, if you have questions, clarifications, just send us an email. Send us, like, put a comment down wherever you're
Yeah.
listening to this. And if you have violent reactions, yeah, just let us know.
Especially create virality and engagement through
Yeah.
negative emotions.
Mm-hmm.
The algorithm loves it.
Yes.
But yeah.
So we'll practice on that. We'll be
Okay.
better. We'll be better.
Just for you. We'll be better. Okay, well, that was fun. Fun talk. We'll get that going and next time, I guess. And yeah. See
Thank
you
you
around.
for tuning in. Silly Bones. How do you say it? Silly Bones.
Silly Bones. Out.
Why do you have like a way of saying it? Is that how we say it?
Silly Bones?
Silly Bones out?
I don't know. I'm suggesting Silly Bones out.
Oh, we could say, oh, it's L and oh my god. Sorry.
Okay, I'll be honest. Maybe I'll cut a bunch of stuff at the end, not gonna lie.
Yeah, you probably should. Oh, can you cut and then we have to say so, like we have to have like an ending sort of phrase or
Okay,
yeah,
we'll figure it out. We
will.
Oh.
Okay. Thank
bye-bye.
you. Bye.